In recent months, the Green Brigade, one of Celtic Football Club's most passionate, vocal and recognisable supporter groups, has found itself at the heart of a growing storm. What began as a simmering tension between the club's hierarchy and its most vibrant supporters has now escalated into a full-blown dispute, with the group barred from attending several Celtic matches. The decision has triggered fierce debate, frustration and deep reflection across the fan base. The Green Brigade is no ordinary supporters group. For well over a decade, they've transformed the atmosphere inside Celtic Park, bringing colour, choreographed displays, relentless noise and a strong sense of political and social awareness. Many fans see them as the emotional core of the stadium, a group that embodies the spirit, culture and charitable traditions associated with Celtic since its foundation. But this year, cracks began to show. During the summer, the club issued the Green Brigade with a suspended sanction. This meant that any further serious incidents would activate a ban. The club cited concerns related to safety procedures, unauthorised movement within the standing section, pyrotechnic use and political displays. For the Green Brigade and many fans, these reasons felt like the latest chapter in a long-running struggle between supporter expression and modern corporate football. The turning point came after the Celtic vs Falkirk match. During routine ticket checks in the standing section, an incident occurred that the club described as violent and dangerous. Celtic claimed that a staff member was assaulted and that police officers who intervened were also targeted. According to the club, several individuals attempted to cover their faces, and the situation escalated to the point where a serious injury was feared. On this basis, Celtic activated the previously suspended sanction, banning the group from attending a series of home and away fixtures. The Green Brigade, however, strongly disputes the narrative presented by the club. They argue that the ban is heavy-handed, unjustified and politically motivated. In their eyes, this is not simply about safety protocols. It is about the club attempting to silence political expression, particularly their open support for Palestine and their criticism of the Celtic board. They insist that their actions are rooted in the social and humanitarian principles that have always been part of the club's identity. What followed was an outpouring of support from across the fan base. Many Celtic supporters stood firmly behind the Green Brigade, questioning the club's approach and expressing frustration over what they see as a widening divide between the board and the ordinary supporter. Some fans assisted Green Brigade members in accessing matches, while others publicly challenged the club's handling of the issue. Online forums, podcasts and supporter networks have become battlegrounds of debate, with strong feelings on both sides. Despite being barred from the stadium, the Green Brigade has remained active. The group has continued to highlight global political concerns, distribute flags outside the ground, and organise charitable and community-focused efforts. Their message is clear. They may be locked out, but they will not be silenced. The passion that drives them inside the stadium is the same passion that drives them outside of it. Looking ahead, the situation could develop in several ways. The relationship between the club and the Green Brigade could deteriorate further, creating a long-term rift that damages unity within the support. Alternatively, pressure from fans may push the club towards dialogue, mediation, or compromise. A more constructive approach could lead to new agreements on safety, communication, and the role of political expression at Celtic Park. There is also the broader question of what this means for football culture. Across Europe, ultras groups are often both celebrated and challenged. They bring passion, creativity, and identity, but they also clash with the increasingly regulated commercial direction of modern football. The dispute between Celtic and the Green Brigade sits right at the centre of this clash. It raises fundamental questions about who truly defines a football club, the boardroom, or the supporters who fill the stands week after week. One thing, however, stands above all else. The Green Brigade's influence, their energy and their commitment to their beliefs have shaped the matchday experience at Celtic Park for years. Their absence is impossible to ignore. And whether fans agree with them or not, the impact they've had on Celtic's culture is undeniable. For many, they represent the grassroots heart of the club, a voice that refuses to fade away. As this story continues to unfold, one truth remains clear. The future of Celtic's matchday atmosphere, its traditions and its identity will be shaped not only by decisions in the boardroom, but by the supporters who fight to keep the club connected to its roots. And the Green Brigade, banned or not, will continue to play a major part in that story.